So these little magmen are freaked out by you, but they're not sure if they should like just straight up attack you or run. Their fight or flight is kicking in, so you've got them confused and worried, and they do not notice the rest of you.
As soon as I see my older sister come down with a great axe, I kick in, because despite we might argue, but we do work together as a pretty good team. And so I just kick in and I jump up over the cliff and I have an icicle, just a giant icicle just forms my hand and I just fucking lob it, like trying to follow up with the intimidation, like, get out of here!
All right. So you throw an icicle. Are you throwing it at the magmen or just around them?
Just around them.
Okay. Go ahead and make, I'll say make an intimidation check with advantage, as they did not see you.
Cool. I have hella charisma too, so. Oh. Okay. Advantage. So that's going to be a 16 from me.
Okay. 16. That's a 9. So you watch as this icicle explodes in front of these magmen, and the shards of the shattered ice kind of hit their magma-like skin and melt, and steam rises from their body as they feel instant cold, and they all just scream, "Ah!" And like cockroaches, they all scatter away and leap over the side of the cliff and fall off into the abyss. And you see the fire dwarf kind of just look at all the magmen just rushing off the side of the cliff, and then he looks back at you. Oh, thank you, your highness, says, and he looks at the rest of you.
I kind of like materialize another icicle and I like raise it up at him and just sort of like at the last minute glance over at my sister, like, are we getting this guy too?
Please do not kill me.
Please.
I mean, we could. Where are you off to?
What? What do you mean, where am I off to?
Where are you going, and what's in your bag?
What is in my... Hey. And he just goes...
Answer the question!
Ah, okay! And he says, my name is Musafir, the traveler. I am an Azir. I traveled the plane of fire, trying to survive. This is my pack. It is full of my things that I have acquired on my travels.
Look, between me and you, my sisters and he does kind of like a mock whisper. He's just kind of like, are kind of crazy. So, you may want to help us with our questions. I can only hold them back for so long.
Okay, you said it, big guy. What do you guys want?
The citadel over there.
And
Do you know how to get inside?
He goes, that place, the palace of 10,000 terrors. Oh, no. You do not want to go in there. The person who owns it, he is major pain in my asshole.
That's funny. I don't remember asking you if we should go in. We asked you how to get in.
Okay.
And we're going in. Like Zurine's gonna take a step forward.
And
just lazily swinging her great axe.
Listen. Why do you want to go into that place? It is a very bad place.
I don't recall you being the one asking questions here.
Okay, goodness. I may or may not know of a way to get in.
He just kind of looks at this guy. Look at Shapri, and it's just kind of like sounds like he's almost useless to us. Unfortunate. May or may not. That's basically a no.
Make an intimidation.
I guess he has to die
with advantage.
All right. This is it, everyone. This is it. 14.
You just see him go, no, 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 wait, 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 wait. I can be of use. I can be of use. You want to get in, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So, the Palace of 10,000 Terrors is owned by Prince Jhuval, one of the worst efreeti in the Plane of Fire. I can promise you that.
Is he rich?
Did you see the palace? It's made of
I'm
gold.
just checking. I'm just checking.
Okay, okay. I'm just look. No offense. I'm just okay. Listen. This place. It is not wise to storm it to the front entrance. Yeah. It is terrible place. And he kind of looks down. I was actually fleeing there.
Interesting.
You do not want to go inside. He will enslave you instantly. And that is your best case scenario. But Musafir made no way. You have done me service from saving me from the prince's magmen who were chasing me after I escaped the place. Maybe I help you in return and then we go our separate ways, yeah?
Vahid walks up and like places his like giant like meaty hand on his shoulder.
You do that and instantly it's like
Ah,
Wrath.
you take a single point of damage.
maybe you're not so bad after all.
Who said I was? Hey!
I just let the icicle fall to the ground and it just evaporates instantly from the heat.
Show us to this location.
He goes, tell you what, how about I tell you about location and then you go find it, eh?
You're coming with us.
Oh, shit. Okay. Listen, I really don't, okay, allow me to explain. I am Mizir. Do you know anything about Plane of Fire people? I'm going to guess not, because you are not from here. Here's the thing, Azir, we are the dwarves of fire. We are great crafters. We are great lovers of building things. But the efreeti, they hate us, and they want to enslave us. Jhuval is one of the worst slavers in this plane. And unfortunately, I found myself in his grasp. And with it, I found myself in his palace. And let me tell you something. The name 10,000 Terrors does not do it justice, okay? It is full of so many bad things. But if you wish to bypass all of that, there is a way to do it. Why do you want to go in, if I might ask?
Oh, Zareen, what would you like to explain?
Well, you see, he has our sister, and we're killing him.
And taking his riches.
Cool. So that explained so little of what I need to know because...
You don't need to know.
And he just goes, well, that depends. Do you know where he's keeping her?
I look at everybody, then I shrug.
Do you know what he wants to do with her?
Well, I imagine that whatever he wants to do to my sister is probably over the rating of this program.
If I could give you negative inspiration, Dill, I would.
Oh my groom, he wants to marry our sister and combine our kingdoms. Okay, there. Questions done. Can you take us to the freaking secret entrance, please?
He goes, okay, that I can work with. So listen, you want to, he wants to marry your prince, your princess, I assume, because your prince and princess is yourself. Cool. Then he would probably want to do that in his highest tower. Now, you want to get to highest tower without going to palace? Mustaf, Musafir knows where. But I will give you information if you promise to not kill me.
Hmm.
Of course.
Are you good at making things?
And he just goes, of course, I am Azir.
Like, really good at making things?
I am Azir. We are the finest craftsmen in the plains.
Hmm.
Are you better at me than making things? And I conjure with my minor conjuration just the most like intricate nothing art object that I possibly can. Just out of shimmering gold. And just hold it in my hand.
He just looks at you for a second. He just goes, okay, that has no point. Why did you make that? What? Okay, you made that with magic. Good
Can
for
you make something like this?
I mean, if I wanted to, yeah, I could hammer out and build something like that. It would have no purpose, but yeah, I could make it for you.
Excuse my sister. She is.
You see building? You see those buildings? And he points over at the palace. Azir made that. He enslaved my brothers, my kind, to build that. As all efreeti enslaved Azir. He is monster.
He is indeed.
But you want craftsmanship? There it is.
We shall
a
not kill
monument
you.
to bloodshed.
So how do we get up to this highest tower?
And he says, you promise not to kill?
I promise.
I promised.
You promise not to steal stuff? And he points towards his pack.
We will not steal your stuff.
Swear on your honor as prince and princess.
Listen, do we look like we need to steal stuff from you? Relax.
In my experience, your highness, it does not matter whether you would need to steal from me. Generally, people in your position have stolen from me anyways.
Promise not to kill you. I swear on my honor. As a prince of the Khopeshi Empire.
And he just goes, I like him. You too.
Serene raises her hand very, very over this whole thing. Like, I swear on my honor.
I raise my hand and I say, I won't punch you.
Okay, that is not what I'm asking for. I am asking for no death and no stealing. And no betrayal. I will add that to clause.
I already made my promise.
Fine.
That disturbs me. All right, fine. At least I have confidence that you're not going to kick me off ledge instantly once I tell you this.
That is true.
I guess it will do. And he says, all right. If to storm the Palace of 10,000 Terrors, it is death sentence. No question. But if you wish to stop this wedding at the top of the structure, Jhuval had me and my brothers dispose of all things he hates down a massive drop inside the palace that falls from the top all the way to the river of lava below. It is called the Pit of Scorching Screams. It serves as a dumping area, and maintenance shaft, and secret entrance for him and his staff. There is an entrance at the bottom of the firefall. Secret entrance from the outside. I take you to this entrance, and then if you can fly, you can get up there. Can you fly?
I just kind of quickly pull out a small little ornate book in my bag and I just kind of page through it and just kind of like throw it. I show it like, no, not today.
Okay, that might be a problem because there's no like stairs or ladders or anything. It's just a straight drop into fire.
How did you get up there?
And he kind of pauses. You promise not to steal.
I already swore this oath.
Okay. He reluctantly puts down the pack and pulls out a carpet and rolls it out.
No.
What? It's a carpet.
What does that do?
And he goes, it flies.
How?
Really?
You speak the word of command, and then it flies for you. And then he rolls it up. But it does not matter, because it is mine. And only I know command word. Only I can speak command word too, because it is an ignan.
Perfect. You can come with us.
What?
You are coming with us.
What? That was
You are.
That was not deal.
No, the deal was we would not kill you. And then Vaheen
steal
walks
from
up
you.
to him, and he picks him up by his pack and like hoists him up.
Hey!
However, you will be coming with us, for I foresee a great destiny for you. And he starts walking toward the falls. Tell me, have you been to the mortal planes?
The material planes. No.
I foresee mountains of gold, as your craftsmanship will help an empire grow.
Wait, what? You're going to give me gold? Are you offering me a job?
So he just starts,
I kind of like, as he's being held, I just kind of like walk over to him, just kind of kneel down and just look up. And the greatest job in the empire, Royal Chief Engineer.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because you're being assisted by Vahid.
Thank you. Oh man, I need to stop rolling fours. I rolled 2 4s in a row.
oh my goodness.
That's going to be a 12 then for me, persuasion.
Jesus Christ, what is your persuasion score?
It's
All
high.
right.
It's real high.
You see him kind of stroke his flaming beard. He goes, okay, chief engineer. And this is job, not slave work, eh?
We might
Okay.
even save your brothers.
Oh no, they are all dead.
Oh, well, there you go. You get to live with money.
Okay, how nice is this empire we're talking here? Because if it's, where is it? Are you in cold place? I do not do, look at me, I do not do cold.
Well, it's no elemental plane of fire, but it is pretty hot. See that palace behind you?
Eh.
Ours is nicer.
Oh. He thinks for a moment. Okay, so like hot desert. All right, that is like cool winter for me, but I can make work. All right, here's the deal. I help you get in and stick it to Jhuval. In return, you get me the hell out of Plane of Fire and give me job with lots of money, and I get to work on building shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honor as the royal siblings of the air.
All right, and he spits like a bit of magma into his hand and holds it out. Shake.
I think, respectively, that would kill us.
I look at Zareen like, I'm not the oldest.
Yeah, we both step back.
Listen, just take our word on it.
Okay, cool. Right, you mortal people, you are made of flesh. Very weak. Okay. All right, you idiots want to go, you people want to go to secret entrance. Fine. We will have to go under firefall. A bit of a warning. Reason I did not want to go is because secret entrance is guarded.
Oh,
We can take care of that.
Cool, you could figure it out? Okay. And with that, you all spend your time wandering down to the firefalls. It takes a good solid couple hours as you make your way down, being guided by a jovial Azir, now happy that he has a job, though still afraid of going back to his former enslaver. You make your way towards a secret passage along the firefall that kind of takes you behind the great pouring molten river of flame that takes and it takes you behind this great firefall as you walk past it, just seeing a continuous pouring stream of red, melting, boiling rock. And you make your way along the side to the other edge of the river and find a door with a large arcane symbol of the House of Jhuval on it. A secret door built into the side of this mountain. It is carved from black ebony stone, and the symbol itself is a glowing red flame, as if it was branded onto the door itself. And Musafir goes, "There it is, that is secret door."
How do we open it?
You can't.
Oh.
The guardian opens it. And in the distance, over the roaring tide of the falling flame, you hear the beating of heavy wings coming closer and closer from above you.
What's the guardian?
And you see Musafir look up and he goes, "That is guardian." And you look up and see a dark burning shape land in front of you. A plume of black fiery smoke fills your vision as this being lands in front of the doorway. And as the smoke parts and you all ready your weapons and prep yourselves for a battle, you back away in frightened awe, as standing in front of you is a great lion-like beast with dark black fur, elemental fire coursing through cracks in its veins, a human-like face, and a fiery mane, similar to the Azir, though much larger and with different hues of orange, green, and blue. It spreads out these wide flowing wings that seem to just seep dark, black, magical ash off of it, as standing before you is a fire sphinx. And this massive sphinx says, "Hold, foolish mortals. I am Aknoma, the Everlight Sphinx. I guard this entrance. Who are you that would dare seek passage to this forbidden place?"
I step back, and I imagine maybe he does too, as we just totally leave our oldest sister to...
Give like the little sibling nod and then just shove her forward.
Yep. Solid.
Musafir is hiding behind both of you.
Zareen takes a very slow step forward. "I am Princess Zareen, and we are here to get our sister back. She was taken from us."
And you just see the Sphinx just look down at you with an uncaring, burning gaze coming from its cinder-like eyes as this beast just regards you and goes, "I care little for the dreams and desires of you mortals."
"So what do you care about?"
"To guard this place from unwanted intruders."
You wish to enter? Then you must face me. Through combat,
and he spreads out his wings, and blowing forth from his wings is just a column of multicolored spectrum of fire, green, blue, red, even some dark purple. All manner of fire just flies off from his wings, melting the black rock from behind him. And he says, though that would lead to a single outcome for you. Or you may face me in a game of wits. And he sits, and his wings fold inwards.
Like, the laugh coming from Vahid just kind of freezes for a second, and he looks at Shupri and he's just kind of like, I'm not so good with the words.
You can already see a just shit-eating grin spreading on Shupreet's face. Game of wits, you say?
Sister Serene, we can take this overgrown bird.
We can definitely take this overgrown bird.
And you just see Musafir just go, Ixnay on overgrown bird, eh? You guys are cool, but that thing will fucking annihilate you. And then he just sneaks behind a corner.
I kind of like bring my two siblings in really quickly. Excuse us for just 1 second. And I kind of bring them both down to my level and I just say, look, yes, I think if we did pool all of our resources, we could probably take this guy. But I did think of one thing, and this might change your mind. Firebeard over here did say that the only person that can open that door is that guy. And I kind of jab a finger out at the Sphinx.
You see the Sphinx is looking at his claws, bored.
Listen, you remember how I outsmarted everyone at that riddle festival that our father holded?
I do remember between
I got
10,
this.
20 bottles of wine.
Listen,
Yes.
I got this. I got the brains. You got the leadership, you got the bravado, but I have the brains in between the three of us. And I think I can beat the Sphinx at his own game. And you know what? If I can't, you just kill him. Everyone wins.
As long as we have an option for a fight,
Fine.
I suppose.
You see
I
Musafir
shall
just kind of
have the
poke his head out from the back, just going, you got this, yeah. And he
Yes.
folds back
We
in.
will have the bards. Forget about this part.
Yeah, the bards, sure, whatever. I kind of push them. All right. Aconat. Game of wits it is. Though I warn you, I am one of the most brilliant minds in all of the Khopeshi Empire.
Brilliant for a mortal, perhaps.
I don't think that's what I said, but
And you see these things kind of straighten his back.
A challenge of riddles. Guess these riddles 3, and the path will be free. Fail, and you will fall, like the fiery flames behind you.
And he gestures to the firefall behind you. And he breathes in deep and recites a riddle.
The tears I cause, though there's no cause to mourn, still from my upward pathway I am torn. And without me, my father ne'er was born.
Shurpreet's good at riddles. Evelyn is not. I kind of think about it. Okay. Thank you, DM.
And you can, and if you want, you can make checks to try to get some hints in terms of context or whatever.
I kind of, I wonder if this is a question for in-game or out of game, but I wonder if I'm allowed consultation with my teammates in character.
You do not know.
I kind of raise my head up and I say, after from pensiveness, and I say, Akenet, is it I alone that challenge you, or am I allowed consultation with my siblings in these matters?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, you want a persuasion check? Guys, this is the fourth 4 I've rolled in a row. 12.
You need new dice. Okay. You see the Sphinx kind of raise an eyebrow and say, "Cleverest in the land for a mortal. You may speak with your companions."
The fire of the planet fire burns hot. Hottest. But Shurpreet's blood boils hotter as she turns around. It says, it's a riddle. Tears I cause, but there's no cause to mourn. That means that there is an outward cause to that. And it goes up. My upward path I am torn. And without me, my father was never born. It's something that comes from something else, and it goes up and it causes tears. I think... I turn around. Akenet, I know the answer to this riddle. Tears I cause, though there's no cause to mourn. Still from my upward path I am torn, and without me my father never was born. It is the smoke of fire, is it not?
You see the Sphinx stare at you, stone face, and then look ahead and say, "Well done." The next riddle. I make you weak at the worst of all times. I keep you safe, but you are mine. I make hands sweat and hearts grow cold. I visit the weak, but seldom the bold.
Shurpreet's smile returns as she continues. And I believe I have the answer to this, too, Akenet. I make you weak at the worst of all times. I keep you safe, but you are mine. I make hands sweat and hearts grow cold. I visit the weak, but seldom the bold. Why the only thing that could be is a human emotion, and that motion is cowardice.
You see the Sphinx look ahead. Some would call it cowardice. Others fear. And others would call it sensible nature, as he looks to you all. Something I can clearly see you orcs lack, for coming so far just to die. But your death may not be at my claws, should you solve my final riddle. I warn you, this will not be easy. He breathes in. Our race is neither lean or fat, as also short or tall, and some of us are often seen in chamber, tower, or hall. We've breath, but neither lungs nor voice, nor have we eye or ear, though we possess the special knack of making dark things clear. One of our brethren attends duly on sick men's beds, and by his cheerful influence round a gleam of comfort sheds. Another always ready to stand, to visit cot or stable, but 'tis our cousins that abound about a rich man's table. When summer comes with scorching beam, the rabble seem to flout us. In winter, all men will confess they cannot do without us. On wise or learned, great or small, a blessing we bestow, and which you have so often proved, that sure our name you know. And he looks to you.
I got real lucky on those first two.
The suspense grows.
I swear, sister, if you figure this one out, you are indeed clever.
I am Princess Efreet, cleverest of the children of the Padishah Emperor. So long as I live, I keep that name. Akhenet, the object, the creature, the thing of which your riddle speaks. It is a candle.
You see the Sphinx look at you, tilt his head to the side. And he says, your light will certainly go out, mortal beings. But your deaths will not be by my claws. You may pass. Good luck, mortals. May your death be as quick and insignificant as your lives. And he turns and slams his claw into this door and
carves across the room, and the door peels open like a skin, and a wave of heat shoots out towards you all. And you see a towering passage within. The Sphinx looks to you all and then spreads his wings and flies away.
And Vahid just grabs Efreet and just puts her in a headlock. Yes, sister, you are indeed the cleverest.
And I am giggling too, just like, I totally guessed on all of those. And I continue laughing as maybe your laughter trails to a stop. And I'm continue. Oh, let's keep going.
No fighting at all. What fun are you, sister? But you can see that Zareen is chuckling.
Indeed. And
There's
oh, go for it.
like a huge fucking ear-to-ear grin. Her tusks protruding out very prominently with her stretched face. So much from this.
Indeed. And you see the Musafir step out and go, holy shit, you actually did it. I thought you all would be Sphinx food.
Not bad for a mortal, huh?
Maybe there is something to say, huh? At least for royalty, anyway. Come, come. Let us head in.
And with that, the four of you make your way inside the sphere. And we're back. So you all entered into this massive chamber, the pit of scorching screams. And you found that as you look into this entrance, you look down and stretching thousands of feet below you, you see a singular cylinder-like tube that just goes all the way down to a pit of a just river of fire. And as you look up, you see this circular tube going hundreds of feet up into the air. It's sort of like the pit in The Dark Crystal, if you've seen that movie. There is no ladder. There is nothing that can carry you through. It is just this one straight shot. And as you all enter, you all jump as you hear the door close behind you. And you are all now basically standing bunched together on this like 10-foot ledge against this giant tube. The Azir Musafir goes,
Okay. I can't believe we're doing this. This is actually happening. By the gods, okay.
and he kneels down and pulls out his magic carpet and lays it out.
Well, shall we?
I step upon this carpet in the middle of this flaming, like, escape hatch.
Zareen is going to step onto the carpet as well. How does this thing work again?
And he goes, well, you'll find out. And he goes, and below you, you almost fall off as this carpet floats to life a couple inches off of the ground.
This is amazing.
It is pretty nice, eh?
It's kind of neat.
Baka!
I wish for one for my own personal use.
And you see these, you say, well, if you pay me a bunch of money, make me chief engineer, you get it, eh?
But first, to the glory of the adventure.
This ain't really okay, fine. And he kind of like mushes the front tassels of the carpet, and you all begin sailing up this long tube. You all are sailing for a solid 10 minutes, just going up and up and up, and this whole thing just stretches high as you can go. The ending of this roof, the roof of this chamber is beyond your sight. As Musafir is saying, this chamber is connected to every level of the palace. It is where all waste is dumped. And he kind of floats off to the side as a hatch opens on one side of this tube, and a bunch of food is just tossed in and falls past you as the hatch closes. All manner of waste go through here, and you hear a hatch open below you, and you look down and you see some figure being tossed in, and you just see them go, and then the hatch closes, and the Azir just shudders. All manner of waste. Are you fools sure you want to do this?
We're riding on your carpet after my lovely little sister managed to figure out the riddles. Of course we're doing this.
It feels like you are on the constant sarcasm mode. That is your only personality. That is what I'm getting from you.
Of course not.
Nah, she's also got stoic silence.
Sometimes you get
Thank you
ridiculous
for that.
anger.
Oh, that's a good side of me.
You know, that's the best side. You are the most fucked up family I've ever met.
Wait until you see my eldest sister. I'm sure she is not pleased right now.
I wouldn't be pleased either if I was marrying an efreet. Unless that was my thing.
Well, I will say, I do feel bad for Atem. He was nice. 100 pigs for the slaughter, for the feast. So I was very impressed. He did better than most of them.
You just... oh, go for it.
Shapri kind of like, her smile goes away for a second. She just kind of goes quiet. Kind of looks around uncomfortably.
Shapri, make a perception check.
I'm good at literally everything except perception. I still got a 17 though. Where were you before?
As you're just kind of looking off in the distance uncomfortably, it's strange. You're moving fast up this chamber, but it feels like the walls are twitching. And then as you're flying up, you start to see things peel away from the wall. Tiny little faces peeling off and looking at you with burning red eyes and small impish-like horns. Thousands of them all noticing you as you fly up and up and up.
I kind of like, I imagine I see one go by and kind of like go over the edge of the carpet, just watching it kind of disappear and maybe wave up to me. Guys? And I kind of point at the different faces around. I think we got company.
Oh.
Do
What
we
is
now?
this?
You all look down and just see just the pit drop for a bit. Then as in the distance you see little red flakes begin to peel away from the side of the tube. And then more. Then all of a sudden you see those aren't flakes, those are tiny creatures with wings. One by one, all peeling off the side of this tube, like dead skin off of a dying creature. All peeling off and flying up towards you. And you hear a massive collective and you see Musafir go,
I think that is where this tube gets its name. The Scorching Screams. We need to go. And with that, let's roll initiative.
Oh snap!
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go.
Hell yeah. That's a dirty 20 from me.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
19 for me.
19.
16.
All right. We are entering a skill challenge. You are being chased by a swarm of tiny little magma mephits. And if they catch you, it's going to be very bad. You need to accomplish 5 successful skill checks to avoid the swarm in time. Otherwise, bad things happen. We are starting off with the heat.
Ah, I always enjoy it when these little flying things attack me. They always think I can't reach them. And Vahid reaches into his pockets and pulls out a very nice whip made out of the sinews of a dragon. He unfurls it, whips it once, and I'm going to attack one of the closer little magma methods.
Mhm.
Is that what you said? Wrap it up, and I'm going to use athletics to swing it around and smack like a whole bunch of them behind the carpet.
All right. You're going to need to make an opposed 2 athletics checks. One is an opposed athletics check to grapple the creature, and then another to swing it and do your ability.
This is it.
So let's roll that first athletics check.
Oh no. Big oofs. Big oofs. So I rolled a natural 1.
You
But
throw your
wait,
whip out. Oh, what?
wait. However, I do have a feature, if you will allow, from being a bloodhound pugilist, called Scrap Like a Sleuth. So I can look at the intricacies of the cost of 2 moxie points of an opponent, and I get advantage on attacking them. Would you allow that to be advantage here?
Sure. At the cost of 2 moxie, sure.
Big oofs. Only got 3 moxie points left. But you know what? It's worth it because I got a 27.
Whew. Okay. You see all of these magma methods just peeling off and flying up towards you like a swarm of angry hornets. You ready your whip, and then you realize, oh, you weren't clutching it as tight as you would have. That would have flown out of your hand. You clutch it harder, and whoosh, and you hear a as you snatch up one of these magma methods. You pull it back as it flies around, caught in your whip. Now make another athletics check.
That's going to be a 19.
19. You throw the magma method and it goes and crashes into a swarm of these magma methods. They all explode in the air and fall back on top of each other. Many of them are torn apart as more of these hungry magma methods tear through their comrades and brothers trying to get to you, but the swarm is slowed down, giving you more of a chance to escape. That is 1 success. Well done. After that, Shrupreet, it is your turn.
Magma methods are all kind of rising up at us, right? That's the configuration, sort of.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like the Tooth Fairies in Hellboy 2.
I am going to look at them, and I'm going to a frost is going to go over my left eye. And I'm thinking, oh man, I do hate small enemies. And I'm going to just, hold on. I want to see if this is within my power. I think so. I am going to just let loose kind of my prestidigitation. I am going to kind of make the air around me just shimmer and sparkle and make it sort of look like I have wings. And I am going to, and then my skin, even in this blistering heat, is going to start to frost over. And I'm just going to scream down the tunnel in a voice that doesn't seem to be my own, in the ancient tongue of Draconic. I am going to shout down a terrifying curse that I don't imagine they can understand, but I imagine it sounds intimidating as hell, especially coming from something that looks like it might have icy dragon wings coming off of it.
All right, an intimidation check. Go ahead and make it.
I'm going to scare the shit out of these guys. There we go. That is going to be a 25.
5. You see many of these front-charging magma methods kind of like stop for a moment in fear of the power of this icy being, the exact opposite of their very elemental nature. And the swarm behind them collides into them and tears them to shreds as the swarm tears itself apart, slowing down. You've slowed down this swarm. Exactly, and you have made another success. Zareen, what do you do?
Zareen is going to see the hordes flying up at her, and she's actually going to grab onto a tassel at the end of the carpet and sort of flip herself down so she's hanging below, and she's going to reach at any of, as they're going up, like I'm assuming more are peeling off the wall.
Yeah.
She's going to grab one and just chuck them down, sort of like their own, sort of like their rocks, and just chuck them into the crowd and scattering them.
Okay.
As best she can.
It's kind of like what Vahi did.
Yes, but I was thinking acrobatics or something.
Cool. Yeah, you're gonna make.
Yeah,
you're gonna need to make 2 acrobatics checks. One is to just get down there, and then the other to dexterously snatch and throw.
Yep.
So let's make that first acrobatics check.
16.
Okay, you leap off as Musafir goes, "Are you crazy?" And you just leap down, grab onto a tassel, and you are now hanging by one of your hands as many of these methods are like scrambling up, trying to bite at your feet. Okay, you've done the first bit. Here comes number 2.
14.
14. You slam your hands into the wall, and it burns as you are essentially digging your hand through molten magma. But you rip out a glob of a malformed magma method that is barely holding itself together as you realize they were congealed with the wall itself, and you toss it down, and it explodes all over the other methods, and they scatter to the winds as well. That is another success, but you are going to be taking 15 points of fire damage, and your hand is scorched black. All right, that's 3 successes. Back to the top. Vahid, what do you do? And you just hear from behind you, "I'm getting close to the top!" And you look up and you do see the ceiling is coming close.
I'm Vahid's going to kind of like take a break from like whipping his whip around, and he's going to be like, watch out for the rocks, and I'm going to use perception to kind of like point out like different mephits that are like like kind of coming out of different unexpected angles,
Gotcha. So
or like
kind of
rocks that are going
guiding,
to fall.
backseat driving. I got you. I got you. Okay, so
Yes.
go ahead and make a perception check.
17.
17. That will work as you say, to the left, to the right, and like the X-wing in the trench, Musafir is just guiding as best he can. There's a point where you actually have to pull up on the tassels to avoid a pair of ambitious mephits leaping off, trying to land onto your carpet. But you managed to pass through, marking another success. You need one more success to make it out of here. Shrupreet, what do you do?
You can hear me, right? Cool. Oh dear. I okay. I think I'm using a principle of maybe magical alchemy here, so work with me on this. And I want to see if I can try to like rummage through my components pouch and just pull out some ingredients that I know counteract the heat of flame, or at least like kind of choke it up. And I want to just kind of like toss it down as much as I can onto some of the mephits that are especially are forming. Maybe just cause them to like lose their fiery consistency and maybe fall. I'm hoping to do an Arcana check with this.
I'll allow that.
But
That's cool.
okay,
You're just
cool.
like
Thank you.
dumping your magic shit out, just trying to see what works.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like
Nice.
this.
Nice. I dig it. Go ahead and make that Arcana check.
Ooh, that's still a unnatural 20.
A natural 20. You toss out a dead rat. It burns. Shit. You toss out a couple of jars of random potions. It just splashes on them and makes them angry. You go, fuck, and you just dump out all of your supplies and tools. And you had a few potions and wands of fireworks from the celebration earlier in the day that you didn't realize you had on hand as extras, and they fall in and explode as you see the mephits go "Wah!" as they are ignited in an explosion that ricochets through this tube as fireworks go off all over this tiny enclosed space, wiping out the swarm of mephits. And just as the destructive power of this magical force overloaded in such a tiny space fires upwards at you, similar to like how a gun or a cannon channels combustible energy down a straight narrow tube, Musafir reaches the top of this chamber and slams into the side, and all four of you roll out to the side as you hit through a hatch into a beautiful bronze hallway, and the hatch closes behind just in time as you hear a and you see the hatch kind of bend outwards a little bit, but it holds firm. And with that, you have completed the skill challenge successfully. Well done.
Another victory.
I imagine I just kind of sit there with my hand shaking, and then I just look to the two of you, and then I look at the Azir, and I am bloody brilliant! Just my voice echoing throughout the whole chamber wherever we are.
The fireworks were a nice touch.
And you see Musafir go, "You are the craziest people I have ever met."
But you have met us.
And you're still alive.
Somehow, truly, Lady Luck has smiled upon you. I do not know whether I should get away from you or stay close to you.
The future head engineer should stay very close.
You got
Lady
it.
Luck, please, don't use such Aldoran gods with us. The Eye of Groomsh smiles upon you.
Can an eye smile? I didn't know. Anyway, and he kind of like gets up, and you look around, and you find yourself in this beautiful brass hallway, decorated with paintings and doors along every side. Paintings of this efreeti prince standing proud in resplendent crimson armor. Another, a picture of him lounging, writing a beautiful sonnet. Another picture of him lying on a sofa while he is fed grapes by different types of mortal elven slaves. Pictures of him leading armies of conquest across the plains of fire. All are pictures of Prince Jhuval.
How much do you think these pictures are worth?
And the Azir kind of goes, to him, priceless. But to me, and he spits a burning loogie at one of them that hits the fabric and it kind of catches it on fire. They are worthless.
Nice artistic talent, though I will say that it is a little gaudy to have multiple pictures of yourself. I prefer songs and sonnets.
And I just kind of yawn and say, oh, the royal calligraphist is way better anyway, so back at home.
He just goes, welcome to the world of an efreeti. Follow me. You head down this hallway, avoiding guards that seem to patrol this area. Interesting enough, as you go around this palace, you have found no other signs of any other efreeti. There are only these large snake-like figures slithering through the hallways, holding these flame-tipped spears, these large red salamanders slithering through, accompanied by many Magamid slaves and servants who watch around. This place is filled to the brim with all manner of fiery creature that Musafir explains are usually treated of a lower status than the Efreet genie.
Why are there no other efreets here? I thought the plane of fire was rife with them.
And Musafir goes, only they are. But Jhuval, he is how you say, exile. He is not welcome in City of Brass.
And why is that?
He pissed off wrong genie, I suppose. But he does not surround him. He surrounds himself with slaves, I imagine, to make himself feel bigger.
Ah, yes.
No wonder he wants command of your kingdom, eh?
We're not gonna let this asshole, and I point to all the paintings, take our kingdom.
There's still like paintings like the farther we go down.
Oh yeah. It's paintings of him riding nightmare steeds, pictures of him carrying a severed head of an enemy on a chariot, pictures of him going through a kind of like a Caesar-like Roman triumph in a parade. You wonder how many of these are based on real things that have happened or not.
Or like, but Vahid like actually kind of like stopped, like really looks at one, like how actual valuable is this painting? Like if I sold it to somebody, would they actually be like an art collector? Would they actually pay top dollar?
Make an investigation check.
On DM, we want answers.
Yeah, give me answers, DM.
Is it valuable?
Oh, but how valuable is the art?
Yes.
No,
Let's figure out how to make money in this one shot.
Yeah, thanks for setting up this nice adventure one shot, but how much is the art worth?
All right, so I got good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Just hit me.
All right. So the good news is I have done something that is pretty impressive. Bad news is that I've gotten a 0.
Wow. Incredible. You look at these magnificent works of art and just think, man, kind of jealous. Like you keep seeing those paintings and you just wish that it was you in those paintings. You riding through a triumph, you composing a sonnet. You kind of get a little envious of this guy.
Well, I have to take the chariot.
And you just hear Musafir go, what? I thought
Nothing,
you were...
nothing.
Okay, weird. And you all make your way towards at the end of this hallway, a giant set of golden brass doors, roughly 50 feet high. And you hear muffled cheering from the other side. And Musafir gestures to it and he just goes, that is place. That is a cathedral of everlasting flame. If Jhuval has your sister, they'll probably be in there.
Good. Thank you, Musafir.
Yeah, so I'm just going to wait here. Sound good?
Works for us. We finally get to have some action.
Wouldn't want anyone to drag us down. And I kind of like start like rubbing my wrists together, just walking forward towards the door.
He kind of looks at you, and he goes, oh, so that shit before wasn't action? You're weird.
No, that was hardly a warm-up.
Cool. Okay. And he just sort of backs up and says, if you don't mind, I'm going to start stealing treasures from his personal bedroom. Goodbye. And he sort of walks over to a door, opens it, and he goes, that is closet. But maybe it has nice things. Goodbye. And he goes inside and closes the door.
You know, he does realize that as our new servant, that any treasure he steals will be ours, correct?
We'll get to that.
Honestly, I think it's just nice that even though he's clearly wussing out and hiding, he clearly has enough confidence that we're going to win because he's stealing treasure.
Our treasure.
For us.
Whatever.
You see Vahid pull out this like really nice case where he keeps like his like really nice brass knuckles. Ooh, I get to it's like, you think he'll actually survive more than 2 hits?
Hard to say. Seems pretty tough. Maybe if you're going up, he might go up. It could take a little bit longer, but if I'm going, oh yeah, 2 hits.
Just 1 for me.
Yes. I see that I, as the middle child, am once again being overshadowed by the youngest and the second oldest. And Vahid pulls open the case, and these really nice bronze brass knuckles with like this really green spikes all in the front of them as he like puts them on.
New hardware.
I can't wait.
Incredible.
Sister? After you. And he like gestures at Zareen.
Zareen walks up to the golden doors. And I imagine it echoes when she knocks.
You bang on the doors. Fuck. Oh, that hurts. And the door just kind of opens.
Zerain walks inside.
And you enter a great, large amphitheater, similar to the Azure Cathedral that you stood in for the wedding of your sister, but this is much larger and much more ostentatious in design. A large dome is standing above you, and hanging from the roof watching are hundreds of thousands of magnamethods, all cheering and clapping. Around the sides, like a gladiator coliseum, you see hundreds of magnids and salamanders, all watching and chanting in adoration and worship of Jhuval. For in the center of this procession, you see a magnificent spread of a wedding aisle, carved from black ebony rock. It looks as if obsidian from the deepest pits of the earth have been brought and shaped to form this unholy royal wedding chamber. At the center of this room is a dais, a raised dais, upon which you see Jhuval, the efreeti prince, standing wearing resplendent brass ceremonial armor over his chest, with a long flowing cape of starlight black sprinkled with magical gleaming starlights within it. He stands proud, as standing aside from him, her hands chained behind her back, looking torn and scratched and bruised, is your sister Iseth. She is staring at him. Tears have stained her eyes and her makeup. Her face is bruised and scratched. She is bleeding from one leg, and her once beautiful silk dress is now torn to shreds. And standing, officiating this unholy wedding, you see a tall, disgusting, blue insectoid figure holding an unholy book with the pentagram symbol of Asmodeus on it. A large ice devil is now officiating this wedding, claiming Jhuval is claiming your Khopeshi Empire in the name, under the compacts of infernal law that you would all know just from legend are eternally binding. And off to the side, behind this grand dais, you see two large hellhounds pacing back and forth, watching their master in eager anticipation. However, all eyes turn towards you three, walking in, crashing this dark wedding.
Well, since you crashed our ceremony, I think it's only appropriate that we come crash yours.
You dare handle a princess of the Khopeshi Empire in such a way? Do not worry, sister. This pretender shall soon be at your knees begging for your forgiveness.
You see Iseth look to you all, and she kind of weeps a little bit. Oh, you've come for me.
Why, of course, sister. Of course.
And oh, go for it, Shapri.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay, hang on.
Are you from England?
You see Jhuval, his eyes turn a burning, quick flame of rage at these impudent orcs that would dare interrupt his ascension, his wedding ceremony. Then he stops. And he smiles. And he goes, well,
How strange. To pay me in kind for the sin I delivered upon you. Almost fair. Very well. He steps forward, his footsteps creating a thundering echo. All of this audience of magmids and salamanders hiss and cheer and boo at you, but then cheer their master Jhuval as he stands and gestures his arms wide. Mortals, look upon me and gaze upon perfection. You'll see your enemy, though that may not be so. You have passed through my deadly palace. You have accomplished what no mortal has ever done. Truly, you are all warriors of considerable skill. I can make use of you. Lay down your arms and welcome me as your new emperor. Tie your bloodline to mine, and you will be elevated to supreme efreeti kings. I seek not your destruction, only your subjugation. Your empire is young, and while great in your eyes, it will, like all empires, reach its zenith in the light, and then fade into twilight, and eventually dust, with only the tales of history books and bard songs to recount your memory. Such is the fate of your impermanent kind. But under me, it would flourish for eternity. Under my strong, perfect, and immortal rulership, I would forge your empire into the realm of unimaginable prosperity for your subjects and untold destruction for your enemies. I would conquer the world in a reign of fire and glory. I will create a world so beautiful, so full of flame, art, joy, and perfection that it would echo and surpass the reign of the Dragon King himself. Stand before me and bend the knee, and I will give you and your people eternal glory.
After a beat, Shapri looks around to her siblings, and then she steps forward, kind of looks down at the ground. Her cloak's kind of fluttering a little bit, and she says, "Eternal glory to our empire and all of us kings in your servitude, huh?"
But of course, such a gift only offered to you, a gift that thousands dream of, a wish come true.
I kind of raise my hand sort of like this, and gold starts etching itself into that weird, overcomplicated nothing statue. And I say, "Thanks, but I'm a fucking girl." And I rip off my cloak, revealing just like a toned body and just a light combat outfit, and I'm going to cast catapult using this thing and firing it directly at that motherfucker's face.
Hell yeah. Go for it.
Okay. This is the entire science of this character is making shit and throwing it at people. So,
Oh no.
That's awesome.
I'm ready.
hold on, I need it. Oh man, I'm a bad player. I don't have catapult ready.
Me.
I think it's a.
You lose. You lose the game.
Yeah.
They have to make Prince. The Prince needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save. Okay. That is a 14.
Oh, my DC is a 15.
Ooh.
He is gonna get smacked in the face with this fake golden statue for 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Whoa.
So that is 14 total damage. And it just is in my hand, and it just flies out at like a gunshot just and hits him right in the face with a nice, like if you ever seen that TikTok of the guy throwing the Pringles can, it just makes that dunk.
The fake statue just hits him in the face, and his head arcs back, and all of the salamanders and magmats go, oh! And even the
Foolish efreet.
even the two hellhounds go, oh! As we see just like this prince just tilt his head down, look at you, at the sheer fucking audacity. And then he touches his nose and looks. He's bleeding.
Everything taken by the Khopeshi Empire is by orcs, genie.
You see his hand twitch as the blood burns in his hand as he says, "You dare strike Jhuval? Impudent swine! Disgusting creatures! Clearly, your minds are diseased with pride in your own meager abilities. I will slay you where you stand. You have no place in my perfect world!" And I need all of you to make a dexterity save. DC 20.
Oh. Okay.
That's a little
1-1.
bit hard to reach. I got an 18.
I got that 9.
Close, not quite.
Woohoo! All right. So, Shupreet, you only take 11 points of fire damage. However, Vahid and Zareen, you take 21 points of fire damage as he arcs his hand forward and a wave of flame spreads out and envelops you all. Shupreet, you do a backwards leap over the flame. It only licks at your back, but the rest of you are just caught in this flame as all of these salamanders and magmats rise up to go swarm you and assist their master. And Jhuval says, "Nay, I will kill these impudent creatures myself. To me!" And the two hellhounds go, "Arroo!" and begin to charge. Let's roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's boss battle time, bitches.
Boss
I'm
battle.
ready.
Seems my luck has run out because that is a 4 to the initiative.
So, fun facts about the Bloodhound class of the Pugilists. I get advantage on initiative checks.
Oh, good for you. Oh,
I
get
got a
bit.
10.
You got a 10. All right.
21.
God damn.
Ooh.
Okay.
One new one.
One they won? Okay, the bad guys got. Okay. All right, so Vahid, you are first up. This is
All
the
right.
battle you've been waiting for. The adventure lies before you.
And in the most still thing that I can ever do,
Motherfucker.
Vahid sprints forward. For my bonus action, I spend 2 moxie points for a fight like a sleuth, so I have advantage on him, and I gain +4 to my AC when he attacks me. And Vahid just yells, "The big one is mine!" And he's going to leap, and I'm going to throw haymakers at this boy.
Nice.
And
Go
so
for
my
it.
advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out.
Roll a hit.
18.
18. Let me see here. That would hit, but he's going to use his reaction. As you go to punch, he uses his fiery shield ability, and he summons this elemental shield in front of him, and you punch it, and you take 7 fire damage as your fingers burn, and his AC was raised to 23 for reaction.
For the rest, is it just for the rest of the round?
It is a reaction, so it's just
All right.
against 1 melee attack.
Fortunately, I have another attack
I'm gonna do it again.
with a haymaker. That's 22 as Vahid, as his first attack fails. He grabs his shield, laughs, and just punches it again, breaking through, punching this guy right in the face.
I imagine, like, Jhuval is like going, you think you can strike me? You are not worthy. And then you go, ha ha, and then you and break through his fiery shield and punch him in the face, and he goes, ah! And he goes,
No.
you dare! Roll damage.
Right? Actually, Jackson, I do not roll damage. For you see, with the
Oh,
haymaker, I do
haymaker.
max damage.
All
So he
right.
takes 14 bludgeoning,
Oh.
and he takes he now has 1 toxin point, which is a fun tool we'll use for later.
Toxin. Is that poison?
It is actually a thing from my magical fisticuffs. I can spend an action to basically spend all the toxins he's accumulated and deal a 1d8 worth of poison that stacks,
Oh, cool.
depending on how many toxin points he has. And he
Look
gets
at
more
that.
toxin points from every time I damage him.
Well, that's cool.
So you're like you're playing a League of Legends character. I see.
Yes,
Oh
I am.
God. Let's not
I
get
love
that toxic. Let's keep. You guys are already pieces of shit characters enough. Let's not get that toxic. All right. Anyway, after that, it is Zareen.
Zareen pulls out her great battle axe, and as she charges to meet a hound, she pulls out her axe, and you just see spikes shoot from it as she first hits herself with it, to like just on the hand to activate. All the spikes just shoot out,
That's metal.
Oh.
and she's gonna go in for a swing at one of these hounds.
Brilliant. I love it.
24.
Oh, that'll hit.
And that'll be 16 points of damage.
What does this look like? Oh wait, don't you have another attack?
Yeah, we're still going.
Cool. Cool.
As she I forgot to mention, as she hits her the battle great axe and activates her ability on that, you just see from the damage that is activating her axe, you just see her eyes turn red as she starts to rage.
Yes.
Yes, we're getting there. And she goes for another swipe. 23.
Oh, that'll hit. Is this the same hellhound?
Yep. I can math. 17.
17. All right. So, what does this look like?
You just see this tall, raging barbarian charging in with, and as she hits, you see the spikes break off inside this hound, and she just hits it again, and she's creating these giant gashes, leaving spikes behind.
So yeah, you just run in and wham, wham, slam into this hellhound, and it howls in pain as it was not expecting the full force of this orcish barbarian princess with a lot of just sibling envy built up in her, wailing on to this hellhound, and it howls in sheer pain at what it has done. You have done to it. However, it is now the bad guy's turn, as the hellhound looks at you, Zareen, and roars, and the other hellhound runs up behind you, and the two hellhounds suck in a breath and blow out this fiery breath that covers you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's do it. 17.
All right, 17. You will take half damage on this. Okay. So you take what would be 42 has been reduced to 21. As you are enveloped in flame by these two hellhounds. And meanwhile, Jhuval turns to look at you with a hellish contempt. And he says to you, Vahid, orcs, impudent, brutish, disgusting creatures, abandoned by the gods, hated by all. Your empire is a fallacy. Your kind could never build anything worth standing. The only thing you are best for is cannon fodder and slaves for your betters. Know this before you die. Your arrogance has doomed not only you, but all of your people. Where they would have once received an open hand, now they will only taste the burning lash. And from his hand, he summons a large greatsword shaped like a giant scimitar, bigger than you. And he swings it down in one stroke. And that's going to be a 25 to hit you for the first attack.
Well, you see, yes, that hits.
You fool! That worked! And then his second attack, he's going to hit you full. That's going to be... That's going to be 24 to hit.
That also hits.
Alright. So, I'm going to get out my handy dandy dice roller app here, because it's a lot of damage. So you take 9 fire damage.
Oh.
And then 16 slashing damage on the first hit. Then on the second hit, you take another 16 points of slashing damage. And then you take 9 points of fire damage.
So that
As
was
he-
25 for the second one in total.
Yeah, as he just slashes into you, cutting deep.
Well, you see, as he does that, my pugilist ability kicks in of bloodied but unbowed, as I have been reduced past half health,
My God.
and I gain. Jeez, is it 14 HP and all of my Moxie points back.
Hey, so what does this look like as he strikes you down and you go to like one knee?
In the heat, as he like falls down, his wounds cauterized, smashes his fist into the ground and stands back up. He's like covered in blood, and he's just kind of like, the Khopeshi Empire stands eternal.
And you just see Jhuval just roar in your face. "Ah! The only thing that is eternal will be your suffering." Ah! And he just starts attacking you. And after that, it is Shupreet's turn.
I see my brother take this big attack, and I just like instantly just like get like a nervous flash towards Prince Atem getting beheaded only a few hours ago, and but that fear suddenly turns to anger, which turns into conviction. And Jackson, I gotta know, are there any loose objects around this room, like for say maybe a couple of like ceremonial vases, or some maybe like
Oh yeah.
arm-sized statues?
This place is filled to the brim with all manner of accoutrement and decorations, tasteless statues of Jhuval, weird potteries depicting Jhuval like in a Greek fashion, standing triumphant over a slain beast, paintings of Jhuval everywhere, many portraits of Jhuval everywhere, a lot of things just about Jhuval just everywhere.
Cool. Then do you think it would be in my movement speed range to perhaps run over to a table that maybe has like a table set up with these two sort of forearm sized bronze statues of Jhuval, perhaps in sort of the like East Asian guardians, where they just have their hands up like this and they're kind of doing the like first and last letter of the alphabet with their mouth or whatever?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna walk over to the I pick him up and I say, "Hey, Jhuval!" And I slam them together. And I pick them up.
That's priceless.
I slam them together and then like whip them to my side as if I'm using them as swords now. And I say, "Well then come get him, you big red asshole!" And if I can, I would like to cast Enlarge on myself.
All right.
Thank you. As soon as I finish that, I just and I jump up, and now I am not just a puny orc staring at this creature. Now I am about the size of Jhuval, staring him down. And much to his chagrin, any weapons I am carrying also become enlarged. And because I am a tavern brawler, improvised objects are my weapons.
I love it. I love it. Where did you train to do this? Who knows? The Royal Academy of Bullseye from Daredevil, perhaps? Who knows?
Listen, this is why all of my teachers hated me.
Oh, I can see it.
Because I only listened to the stuff that would let me do this crazy shit.
I love it. Is there anything else you do on your turn?
I don't think I've used up all the actions I can on my turn.
You see, it is Iseth's turn, and Iseth just looks to you, Vahid, and she goes, "Brother, free me! I don't want to just stand by while you fight my battles for me. I can fight!" And you see the chains holding her back are like smelting with the raw arcane power that Iseth radiates, as you know that Iseth, being the crown princess, is chosen of Grumsh.
All right.
She's not just some damsel in distress. And it is your turn. And I'll say after that, as Iseth says that, you just see the Ice Devil close the book and just walk over to and just begin muttering and start
Like he's about to cast a spell?
No, he starts just like holding her down as he's muttering in Infernal.
Mm-hmm.
It is now your turn.
And Vahid is he's going to use the bonus action to gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. And he's going to just like Hulk sprint over to his sister.
All right, attack of opportunity for Jhuval. That is a 14.
Misses like a bitch.
You jump out of the way of his giant scimitar as it slams into the ground.
And he's going to like tackle the Ice Devil, like shoulder tackle him, and just grab the chains and just punch through them.
Okay, so you want to tackle the Ice Devil and break the chains?
Like shove him out of the way so that he can like get a better shot at the chains.
Okay. So I'll say that will cost us your move action. So go ahead and make an opposed athletics check against this Ice Devil who's like yelling in Infernal, "Dude, what the fuck? I'm just here to officiate."
Bro, fuck off. Alright, I didn't do super hot. Not great, my lord, not great. Only a 12.
He rolled a 3, so you just shoulder put this Ice Devil, and he falls off the dais and falls to the ground, and you run up to the chains that Iseth has, and you want to break them?
Oh, yeah.
All right, make an attack. Well, I guess, yeah, make an attack. This would have an armor class.
16.
That does not hit the armor class.
What?
Ping!
I attack it again. What the actual heck?
Ping!
Does a 28 hit it?
Darkness.
No. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see your face. Yeah, 28 will hit.
Oh my
Roll
gosh.
damage.
Everyone, what?
The whole
world?
non-existent chat goes, bruh.
That's gonna be 8 bludgeoning.
8 bludgeoning. All right. 8 damage. You and the chains kind of these manacles surrounding her hands like Elsa in Frozen style kind of bend inwards a little bit, but you're gonna have to do some more damage if you want to break them. You just see Jhuval go, stop him. And after that, it is Zareen. You just got fucking scorched by these hellhounds.
I'm pretty pissed about it. I'm going to keep attacking this same hellhound.
done.
As I again hit my great axe and bring out the spikes. 21.
Hits.
$12 damage.
All right. The hellhound roars in pain. You've wrecked its shit.
Yeah, I'm about to keep wrecking it shit as I attack again.
Oh shit!
19.
That will hit.
Crossing dice. 17 damage.
All right, 17 damage. This thing is looking pretty rough. Get it? Because it's a hellhound. We like to have fun here at ATCON. So anyway, you just whap, whap, slam into this hellhound as it just roars and yelps in pain. As Jhuval just looks back and goes, "No! Fido!"
Fido.
It has a name. No.
And, wait for it, I'm going to recklessly attack.
Oh boy. But
Oh.
wait, there's more.
There's more. And as I'm so angry just swinging at this thing, I'm just going to just barely miss it.
The dog just goes down to the ground as you kind of just hear fucking Fido, and you that throws you off your focus. After that, it is the bad guys' turn. Let's see if the hellhounds regained their fire breath. They don't. So they're going to use pack tactics against you and charge you. And they get advantage. Thank God. Wow. Natural 1 and a 5. Okay, the first one does not hit. Ooh. But the second hit will be a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, you are going to take 7 piercing damage.
Isn't that half because of rage?
Yep.
And 12 fire damage. So, I also need you to make a strength save.
Do it.
Oh shit.
19.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you are not tripped as the hellhounds bite into your legs and tries to bring you down to the ground, but you hold fast like a tree. Anyway, after that, it is Jhuval's turn. He does not regain his ability. So, he sees you enlarge, Shupreet. And he's going to quicken action, cast enlarge on himself. He snaps his fingers and he just grows to 30 feet in height. As he just looks down on you all. And the chorus of all the salamanders and magnates just cheer. Jhuval, Jhuval, Jhuval.
And I just, under my breath, that motherfucker stole my move.
And then, to spite you even further, he's going to cast Hurl Flame at you.
So, Jackson, I got a big question for you. What level is Hurl Flame?
It isn't a spell. It's an ability he has as an efreeti
Damn.
Cinder Lord.
Well, shit. Okay.
It's a ranged attack. That is 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits, sure.
So you take 17 points of fire damage.
It comes over it kind of singes my hair, which kind of flies back, and I kind of step back a bit and grunt. You said 17 points of fire damage?
Correct.
Okay. I kind of look back at him, like just a lock of my hair is singed, and it just kind of falls to the floor.
Indeed. And after that, it is the Ice Devil's turn, who crawls up after getting knocked over by you, Vahid, and stares at you angrily and goes, and he pulls out a giant icy glaive and goes to charge you.
Oh my.
Will a 17 hit?
It will not.
All right, that's his first attack. All right, the next one's a 14, but then the other one is a dirty 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so you're going to take 18 points of piercing damage plus 10 points of cold damage as he gets one deep glaive strike right between your ribs.
Oof.
And he kind of just twists the glaive, and you just hear Iseth go, "Vaid!"
Uh,
After that, Shuprit.
I am so single-mindedly furious that this guy stole my goddamn technique. Because that's what he did. He obviously wasn't able to do this before I showed him how to do it.
Obviously.
So,
He isn't like a millennial-old genie. It's fine.
no. This motherfucker. I am going to charge him. Just... Even though he's still bigger than me at this point. I don't care. And I come at him with my statues. And I'm just going to charge, hit him once and twice. Because I have an extra attack action. Because hidden in this mess of multi-class is a level 5 fighter.
Well, goddamn.
And also, as I'm charging, there's residue fire on me, and it all kind of gets shoveled down, kind of towards my torso, and this efreet's probably, this pathetic little orc girl is going to attack me, and he sees the belt of fire giant strength on my torso, and he thinks, oh. So Jackson, I got a question for you. Does a 30 hit this man?
You know, perhaps. Let's live in the reality where that could happen. Yes.
Cool. All right, let's just pretending for a
Yeah,
moment.
just for a hot second, just to
No,
give you
Sure. Now
A
this
win.
is just a D4 of
Because if
damage.
there's anything that you need right now, Evelyn, from this whole one shot is a win.
Yeah. It's just a D4 damage because it's an improvised weapon, and I got a 4. Oh wait, +7 for my 20 for my 25 strength. That's 11 bludgeoning damage as I and then extra attack. Oh, another 19. How about that? So that's 30 again.
Damn. Okay, yeah.
All right, not quite as much damage this time. 9 bludgeoning damage.
So you just whack him across the face with like solid busts of his own arms. And he just sort of like stares out, his eyes wide, more shocked than he is like in pain, as he's just like, what the fuck? Did this?
Guess what else I am? I took double-handed fighting style, so bonus action, offhand attack.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's not as good as 14 to hit.
14 to hit. He catches it and shoves it away. And he goes, enough of this insolence.
Oh, he's mad. I kind of say to myself, he's very mad.
Indeed. He's so mad, he's going to use his reaction at the end of your turn to hurl fire again, right in your face. That is a 15 to hit. No, sorry, that is a 17 to hit.
All right, that does unfortunately hit me.
Okay. You are going to take... You take 19 points of fire damage.
Oh. I kind of skid away, not too far away, but just a little bit. Let's see. I look burnt, but surprisingly well.
Indeed. After that is going to be Eseth's turn, who sees her brother get struck down, and she pulls on the chain, and she's going to try to make a athletics check to try to free herself. She's going to try to break these cuffs.
I can break these cuffs!
Holy shit. Is that a...
Shit. Fuck me, dude. Okay, never mind.
She just rolled a natural 20.
The older sibling once again proves their superiority.
Okay, all right, I guess she just breaks the chains holding her, and in a slow-mo shower of metal, we see this shrapnel fly around her as her muscles bulge, and you see Eseth prove why she is the eldest sibling. And she roars, "Ah!" And you just see Jhuval kind of look down and just go, God damn it! As he just sees everything is just going wrong. Ooh, sucks to suck. But that is all Eseth can do on her turn because she just fucking broke those cuffs. After that, we're going back to the top of the round. Vahid! Vahid! It is your turn.
I want to grab this like spear that's embedded in my side, thrust it out, and I'm just going to look at this weird ice devil thing who dares touch me. I want to punch him in the face.
Well, alrighty then.
Does a 24 hit?
I think it does. Yes.
All right. I take 7 damage and gains a toxin point.
Ouch.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
Uh, oh, well, I have multiple not Moxie points, so what's going to happen is I'm going to spend one so I can make 2 more attacks.
Oh my god!
This is to go even further
You wanna make 'em-
beyond.
You want to make them haymakers? Just to go even further beyond?
Screw it. I'm desperate.
Haha! Roll with disadvantage.
Does a 22 hit?
On disadvantage?
Yeah, 12 and a 13.
Motherfucker. Yes.
14, and he gains another toxic point, so he has 2 now.
Good God.
And
Wow.
then because I'm stupid, I'm gonna do this again. All right, does an 18 hit?
On disadvantage?
Yeah.
That just hits. Oh my god. You go Mike Tyson on this Ice Devil, just boom, 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 boom. Like this Ice Devil's like, as it's just getting punched repeatedly over and over again in the face. You bend in its mandibles and you like break off one of its antennae as it just roars in pain as you're just wailing across and decking this Ice Devil.
And it has 3 toxin points now.
Good God. Good God. All right,
And that's my turn.
after that, Zareen.
Zareen is going to try to finish up the hellhound that she's been facing. 17.
That hits.
A. And she's going to activate her spikes. Well, that didn't do much good. And do 4 damage.
Nice. It's the little victories that count.
Yeah, you know. But she's gonna stay mad and keep raging on. And completely miss. And then she's going to hit with a 19.
That'll hit.
And this one's going to be a 16 damage.
Oh my God. Okay, this hellhound is not dead, but it's barely alive. It's on its last legs.
It's dying.
As it's just going, and it throws up a bit of lava from its mouth, and the other hellhound just roars in pain, roars in agony at the sight of its twins beating. Anything else you do on your turn?
That's gonna be all.
All right, it's the bad guy's turn. Let's see the hellhounds regained. Yep. No. So the hellhound you beat into submission. Its eyes turn angry, and in one last final summoning of strength, it rears up and breathes its fire right on you. Make a dexterity save.
20. Non-natural.
Okay, you succeed, so you're going to take half. Okay, you take 11 points of damage as the fire burns you. And the other hellhound, as you're getting burned in the face, the other hellhound is going to try to dive towards you with advantage. Oh my God, because it rolled a natural 1. Thank God it has advantage. Hey gang, guess what?
What?
I rolled a natural 20. You take the victories while you can. So, make a strength saving throw.
Non-natural 20.
Okay, so you are not knocked down, but Oh god, that's 39 points of damage. This Hellhound twin is pissed at you, and it just starts digging into your back, scratching on you, laying into you hard. After that,
Yeah.
it is Jhuval's turn. Jhuval, suitably
Is looking
enlarged.
rough.
Yeah, Jhuval, suitably enlarged and angry, looks at you, Shrupreet, and says, "Your insolence will no longer be tolerated. I am Prince Jhuval. I will rule your feeble world. I, who have been denied my rightful place of rulership time and time again by miserable politics and planner law. I will not be sidelined from my destiny by filthy, impermanent, brutish orc spawn!" And he raises his giant scimitar, now the size of his hellhounds, swinging down upon you, Shrupreet.
Come on, kill me. Come on, do it.
First attack is an 18.
Ooh, that hits.
All right, second attack is a 21. Let's see here. So you take 13 points of... Oh, wait, hang on. Because he's enlarged, I get an extra d4.
God damn it.
Okay, so you take
God fucking damn it.
So you take 14 points of slashing damage
Okay.
and 4 points of fire damage. Are you...
Is that from 2 attacks?
Mm-hmm. And you are vulnerable to fire damage until the end of his next turn. And now his second attack.
Oh, no. So
And
it'll be-
that's how the Cinder Lord do. Ooh. Ooh.
Come on, do it!
That's 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that's 5 fire damage. So since you have vulnerability, that makes it 10 fire damage.
I get knocked back. I am scorched and burnt, and just I go sliding back like an anime character, and just like head tilted downward. And I look up at him. My face is burnt, my hair is singed, but I've got a wicked smile on my face, and I say, "Is that the best you got?"
And you just see Jhuval just roars angrily. "I will show you my best." Ah! And the crowd around him just cheers. Jhuval, Jhuval. Anyway, it is the Ice Devil's turn. So he was not cool about that wailing you just delivered to him, Vahid. So he's going to give you a bit of a wailing of his own. Yeah. As it just throws its spear aside and just runs up to you and goes to swipe at you with its tail. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Misses.
Wow, you leap over the tail, and he's going to try to bite your face. Okay, that's a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
And then claws. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Awesome.
A Okay. So he bites your face, dealing 17 points of piercing damage.
Which is half.
Yes. And 7 points of cold damage. And then, as he's biting your face, he slams his claws into your head and pierces to the bone, to your skull. And it's like the worst brain freeze of all time. You're lucky, because it's with his claws. Or maybe not. So that's 21 points of slashing damage.
Is it 10?
He rolled max damage on his damage dice. And then 6 points of cold damage as he is just crushing your head in his hands.
Oh, well, I do not look good at all.
All right. You see, it's Eseth's turn. Oh no, it's Shupreet's turn.
I look rough. Like, there's no hiding it, other than the fact that I still seem to have all of my spirit left. And I just charge at him again. Just Naruto run at him, and then just uppercut. We're gonna do an attack again, baby.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, does a 21 hit?
Normally it would, but he's going to use his reaction to flame shield that shit. And you take 7 points of fire damage, so 14 because you are vulnerable.
You see Shupreet, the fire just... Actually, before I narrate this, I got a quick question. Does the fire shield last for the whole turn?
No, just the reaction.
Okay. Just the out of flame, and Shupreet gets knocked on her ass again.
Is this
And
your
she just-
best?
And she looks really rough. And she kind of like looks like she's about to pass out. And she reaches out to her sister, kind of sadly. Her sister, Ithis,
Iseth.
and just says, Ithet, her sister, and she says, "Sister, lend your healing power." And I turn to the Efreet and say, "But not for me." And I use my relentless endurance. So where I would normally be knocked the fuck out from this attack, I can instead fall to 1 hit point. And
Oh
because
my-
I took the orcish fury feat, I can immediately use a reaction to make another attack against him.
Oh shit! Point of inspiration.
Thank you. I really need it.
I love it. Coming back.
Ooh. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. Oh shit.
And this is
Oh,
why
that
I
is
love
going to-
D&D.
So I'm not gonna forget this time. I get 2 d4s. Thank you very much, because I'm big. So that is going to be 2 plus 7. So that's gonna be 9 from this attack.
Cool.
Now I got a question, DM. Do you think the mechanics of being technically reduced, would that cancel out the other attack I would normally get with my extra attack, or would I still get that?
That would reduce it, yeah.
Okay.
But
So-
you did get that cool retaliatory attack.
but I still got a bonus action.
Hey now.
So I'm going to offhand attack this motherfucker. Ooh, that is a critical failure.
Ooh.
So I imagine this statue actually flies out of my hand. Just,
You go you go for the backswing, and the statue just, and you just see a crowd of salamanders and magmas go as it just smashes them like the orcs getting smashed by the catapults from Minas Tirith. Just turned into fiery paste.
and as perhaps the Ifrit starts laughing, I kind of like look back panically and I look at him and I say, I don't know what you're laughing about, buddy. Action surge. Catapult.
What?
He needs to make a dex save.
I'm so good at these. Not even looking at it. Not even looking at that. 19. What's up?
God damn it. Alright, so does that negate all the damage or just half?
I mean, technically dirty 20 because he had a +1, but yeah. So good at it. I probably look like such an asshole in this recording.
Damn it. Okay, it looks like all the damage is mitigated. So the statue that flew out of my hand just goes flying and whizzing past his ear, missing him again.
It just smashes more salamanders and mephits, just and you just see Jhuval just look back and go, was that supposed to hit me?
And I just kind of I can't do anything else on my turn.
You just kind of start pulling like a Jeff Goldblum, just going, well, you see,
Well, you know, I would say.
Meanwhile, Eseth, hearing, lend me your healing powers, just goes, no need to tell me twice. Yeah! And she raises her hands to the sky, and the heat disappears for a split second as the holy light of Gruthik, the wife of Grumish, fills the room, and you three gain 37 points of healing as she casts heal at 6th level.
Praise to the one-eyed one. Oh my god, you said 37?
Yeah.
God.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, your sister is a cleric of Luthik.
Oh my gosh, I was at 1 HP.
Oh, damn.
Me too!
Oh, damn. And she just goes, the one eye stands with us today. And you just see Jhuval just go, no! How dare you! I was to make you my wife. You would have ruled alongside me. And she just goes, I choose my own husband. And she spits at him. And he just goes, you impudent, ugly, imperfect creatures! Ah! And he raises his hands to the sky. And you feel the entire room begin to shake and shudder as cracks appear all over this room, and it begins falling apart as Jhuval's rage is tied directly to his palace, and it tears itself apart. You guys don't have to make any saves now, but this place is not going to be around for long. After that, Fahid, it's your turn.
How's the prince looking?
Big. But he looks hurt. There's also the ice devil is still in front of you.
How's the ice devil looking?
Pretty fucking hurt.
Fuck it. I'll spend a moxie point.
Oh wait, no, you regained all your moxie. Ah!
Yes.
Ah! Pugilists! Ah!
There's a freaking 29 hit.
Oh my god! Yes.
Take that 9 damage and another toxin point as he just punches this guy dead in the mandibles. Gosh.
Oh my god! 29 points of damage?
No, I said 9.
Oh, okay.
It was 29 to hit.
Okay, cool.
If I hit you with 29 damage, like,
That'd
I
be a
would be
problem.
broken.
That'd be a
Yes,
problem.
23 to hit, though, is pretty fun.
That will also hit.
And, oh, you take 13 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, so nice. As he just wham, and after like he pulls all, like after this thing goes once, there's a huge crack on its side, goes into his other fist, which like staggers it back, and he just smirks at it as he turns away as this poison that's in the system starts decaying it and ripping it from the inside. As he spits some poison out, it just sprints for the back of the prince.
So you pull a Fist of the North Star. You are already dead. And we just see this creature behind you just go. And then it just kind of goes. And then it just and it, like bouts of poison just explode from its side as it just explodes in poison bluish flame. And you just hear this infernal voice go, "God, fuck, this is bullshit. I'm going back to hell." Oh.
And then as he's sprinting for the prince, I still have 2 more attacks as I shout, "Don't touch my sisters!" Haymakers, motherfucker.
You
And
have 2 more attacks! Ah!
with advantage. But thanks to the haymakers, I actually they're straight rolls. But you see, Jackson, you fool, you forgot one thing. You forgot one thing. I am flanking as well.
Oh my god. Jesus.
27.
Yeah.
As he takes 14 damage, and he gains another toxin point, making him up to 2 toxin points.
Uh-oh.
And I swing at it again. 28.
Oh my god!
With another 14, he has now 3 toxin points. As he ain't got no ankles. He ain't got no ankles.
As he's just roaring, as you are just boom, boom, going Rocky on his calf as he just roars, "You dare!" And his, do you end your turn?
Pick on someone your own size.
"Be gone, you cretin!" And he goes to smack you away. As you are going to have to make a opposed athletics check against him.
Well, oof. Big oofs. But not for me, 25.
Oh my god. He's got pretty good strength, though. He's a giant fuck-off efreeti.
But does he beat people with his bare hands?
Let's see. He got 12 plus 19. He smacks into you, and you do not go flying back.
You are weak.
And he just roars in your face, "Gah! You dare! I would have brought greatness, perfection to your feeble land. But I will return, bringing nothing but ash, poison, and death." Zareen, it is your turn.
As Zareen feels the energy that her sister gave back, she is going to go to finish this hellhound with a 18.
That'll hit.
The hit. And as she brings out the spikes in her great axe, she's going to swing for 12 damage.
How do you want to do this?
You just see her go for a swing to decapitate the head off. And as she goes for this swing, you just see spikes that break off in this hellhound's neck all the way across.
And the spikes go right through the brain of the beast as it and falls dead. The other hellhound, its twin, roars in anguish at the death of its twin and is going to use Twin Fury. When the hellhound's twin goes down, it immediately takes its reaction, regains its fire breath, and uses it to make a dexterity save.
Or
That will fail. You're going to take 21 points of fire damage as it burns you.
and I'm going to attack it because now
All
I'm
right.
for 16.
16. That will hit.
So for 12 points of damage, I'm just going to slash my great axe down.
Heck yeah.
I'm going to recklessly attack. And I just miss.
As your eyes are kind of hurt from just the flames just scorching your eyebrows. Okay. Okay. Cool. So now it is Jhuval's turn, as he just roars, "Enough! I will not be made a fool of in my own palace. I am Jhuval, Prince of the southlands!" And he raises his hands to the sky and he casts Firestorm as a tornado of flame swirls around him, and each creature in the area, including Iseth, Vahid, and Shrupreet, must make a dexterity save.
Oh no, oh me, oh my. 14
Fails.
Dirty 20.
That will succeed. Okay. Oh god. Okay. Shrupreet, you take 38 points of fire damage.
Is that
Vahid,
before
you take
or after?
19. That is before.
Okay.
That is
You s-
and Vahid, you take 19 points of fire damage.
You said 38.
38.
I am at 0.
Indeed.
I fall over and my form just goes back to normal. Little Shrupreet.
Iseth also needs to make the save. She rolled a natural 20, of course.
Heck yeah.
Iseth with these nat 20s. Okay, she's going to take 19 points of damage as she gets caught in the flame. And now this tornado of flame spins as Jhuval extends it outwards, and all around the amphitheater of all of these salamander magmans gets tossed up into the sky as this great tornado is pushed outwards and surrounds all of you. You are now on the center structure of this tower, surrounded by a tornado of flame above, towering above the plane of fire.
Damn, Jimmy.
And you just see Jhuval look down at you and says, "Let us finish this." Yeah! And he stretches his left arm out, and fire peels off from the tornado and clasps in his hand as he forms a fire whip in his left hand. After that, it is Shupreet's turn. Shupreet, would you make a death saving throw for me?
No. That's 10.
You just succeed.
Okay.
All right. You are going to see Iseth see her sister go down. And she goes, "Shupreet!" And she runs over to you, picks you up in her arms, and whispers a prayer to Luthic. "The mother watches over you. You won't go down now." And you get 27 points of health as she casts Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Oh, marvelous.
And you are no longer vulnerable to flame.
Thank you.
All right. Vahid, it is your turn.
Bro.
Oh, I need to roll
Goes all around.
to see if he gains that. He does not.
All right. Do I want to think about defense? Absolutely not. He just recklessly throws himself at this giant genie, heedless of the costs, as like soon as he sees his sister go down. All right, no, straight rolls now. 28. Fight me, Jackson.
God damn it. Yeah, go for it.
And that's going to be a 14. And he gains another toxin point. Yay.
How many toxic points is that now? 3?
4.
4. Okay.
And punches him again with a haymaker. Please.
Is this a disadvantage? Okay.
Yes, but it's a straight roll because I have advantage on him.
Why is that?
Because of the fight like a sleuth.
Right. That's from your poison?
No, that's the actual feature of Bloodhound Pugilist.
Wow, that's insane.
Oh yeah. I also have 4+4 AC to him. It's why I was struggling so hard with like the demon earlier, because like I was really good against the prince, not against anything else.
Gotcha.
It is an 18 hit.
It would, but then he casts Fire Shield.
Oh no, I see.
And you're gonna take 8 points of fire damage.
Oof. That's nice shield you got there.
It will be the last thing you see before you burn.
Oh man. Okay, you know what? Forget about like offense. I'm just gonna see if I can just take this next round of hits. As you just see, as I brace up, and I gain. Oh, I rolled a 1. Awesome. I gain 15. Yes, 15 temporary HP.
All right. So, Zareen, it is your turn. You see yourself. You're going toe-to-toe with this hellhound. You look back. You see Vahid is facing down a 30-foot tall Jhuval, wielding a giant flaming scimitar and a giant flaming whip. Shupreet is in Iseth's arms. The realm around, the tower around you is breaking apart and is flying around as a fire tornado is consuming all of the matter around you. You're in the eye of the storm. What do you do?
Zareen looks around and seeing the destruction and chaos around her, as well as her youngest sister having fallen just to be healed. She starts running over towards her sisters, and in her package, she pulls out the feather that was given to her by the priest. It's time to go.
All right, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity on you from
Yep.
the Hellhound. Natural 1. Oh my god! It's either 20s or 1s tonight. I don't know what it is. So this Hellhound leaps forward towards you. Its paw goes through the ground and it falls. And you run up to your sisters and hold out the feather. Do you wish to activate it?
Vahid, get over here.
He is out of range.
Not without his head!
I'm going to wait to activate it.
All right, so you're going to hold your action?
Yes.
All right. It is Jhuval's turn. And he says, "Your hubris has brought you low!" And he brings both his scimitar and flame whip up and goes down on you. Not in that way.
Oh, wow. Do it.
22.
That's my armor class. Against 7,
22 again.
Oh my gosh.
All right. First attack. Coming
Just
at you.
glory?
First attack is 16 points of slashing damage plus
Reduced to 8. Oh my gosh.
5 points of fire damage, and you gain vulnerability to fire damage. And now, here's the next attack from the fire whip.
Mhm.
I just need to make sure I have the right stats here. Okay. So that's going to be 15 points of slashing damage plus
15 points of slashing, so it's 7.
So it would be 12 points of fire damage, vulnerable times 2, 24 points of fire damage.
Alrighty.
How you looking,
So-
buddy?
I have fallen. And then got right back up because I have relentless endurance. As Vahid it looks like Vahid's about to fall, you just see something deep inside him scream, "No!" And he steps right in. He's like, "Come on! I can do this all day!"
Why won't you die? Impudent wretch!
All right. After that, it's Shuprit.
I kind of look around, take a stock of the battlefield. I look first at the prince. How is he looking?
He's looking pretty rough.
Pretty rough.
And the ground
I kind of-
around you is collapsing. You have like maybe a round before this whole place falls away.
I look around me and I just see debris swirling around and getting disintegrated. If this is too much, you just let me know and I will change it. I will do something else.
I mean,
but
you're in the middle of a
perhaps-
fire tornado. So
I imagine
too much.
in the
It's a pretty big bar right
in,
now.
I imagine in the fire tornado of the stuff that's slowly being tossed around and brought up and then disintegrating, there is a single giant bust of the prince. And it has just a rebar or just like an iron bar impaled through it. So the head is ruined and otherwise what would be kind of a noble, solemn bust out of bronze. And I just see that floating around. And I look at the prince and I just I'm weakly in my sister's arms and I just smile and I say, "Smile, you son of a," and I snap my fingers and I cast catapult at 3rd level, and I send the bust flying, and I want to, if I can, he needs to make a dex save, or he's going to have a bad time.
Remember how good I am at these? Not even looking. Not even looking. Boom. Let's see it. That's a 9.
Oh, well, what a shame. In that case, then he is going to take the full brunt of 5d8 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, boy.
Off to a good start. 1. Damn it. Okay. 16 bludgeoning damage all up.
This bust just hits one of his horns and it breaks off. And he goes, "My horns! Ah! Damn it, damn it, damn it!" As he's just screaming in rage, as everything has just not gone well. He is screaming all manner of horrible curses in Ignan at you. He is looking hurt, but he's not down yet.
As the last thing I do on my turn, I see that it's muddled and ruined from me hitting him over the head with it, but that one of those bronze statues is just sitting at my feet, or it fell out of my hands when I got knocked out. And I just pick it up and give one last offhand attack.
All right.
With a bonus action. I'm going to use that inspiration that you so generously gave me. That was cocked. Ooh, okay. Does a 29 hit?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I just like jump up. I thought I told you to smile! And I just bring this down with my left hand. God damn it. Okay. I shouldn't complain. That's 8 bludgeoning damage.
This bludgeoning
and actually,
damage.
I'm sorry. Wait, let me check one thing. One thing. I'm going to use my one last thing for my Orcish Fury.
All right.
Which allows me to add 1 more damage dice to this.
All right.
So it goes from 8. That's cocked. Otherwise, it would have been a 4. Damn. Okay. That is 11 bludgeoning damage, all up.
This is so brutal, this attack. You bring this arm up, and he is so big that you stab it right through his left foot. And he bends over in pain. Oh! Oh! And he clutches at his leg. You see fiery magma-like blood leaks out of his mouth as he is on his last legs.
There's nothing else I can do on my turn.
It is Eseth. Eseth looks up. Let's see if she can do it. And she goes, "You heard him, you ugly fuck! We are the royal siblings of the Sacred Dynasty! We bow to no one!" And she's going to cast Guiding Bolt. at 3rd level. And that will hit. Oh gosh, he is on the verge. And this holy bolt hits him, and he leans back, and some of the bust that ripped through his leg kind of rips a little bit more as he sort of leans back, and the weight of it just rips through his foot, and he is showered in the shimmering holy light of Luthik. Vahid, you feel Luthik. She's calling you home. The mother of all orcs is bringing it to you. You have advantage on this attack from the guiding bolt. And Iseth says, Vahid, take him! He's yours!
And you see like Vahid like sprints, throws the attack. With the advantage. That was so close to natural 20, it's okay. 23 to hit.
That would. Oh, yeah, that would even hit even
It
with this
still
reaction.
hits!
Ah!
Just do it. Do the reaction, Jackson.
It doesn't matter. It hits.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he can do it to damage you.
Yes.
He throws up the shield. As you punch through, roll damage. As he rolls his damage.
So, fun facts, right? There's a feature I did not use
Son of a
because
bitch. Don't do this to me.
it's called down but not out, where I add my proficiency to the damage after I used my dig deep. So that's 17.
All right. You take 12 points of fire damage. So, Vahid, as you fly through the fire and flames, how do you want to do this?
Yes! Haha! It is I with the kill steal. Vahid just like running, he like nearly slips as he sees like the fire shield coming over. And he does the most textbook, just plants his foot, leaps up,
He casts the flame shield.
doesn't even bother like punching through the flame shield. He just throws himself through it. And the last thing, this prince just sees this efreet who dares break up my sister's wedding is just a like unseeing orc just hit him dead in the chin, and he feels the poison finally just break his system down as Vahid, as he goes unconscious, breaks this guy's neck as like the poison does the rest.
As his head tilts back, and like his head is the first to go as he goes, no, and his head dissolves into flame, and then so does the rest of his body as Prince Jhuval, Lord of the Palace of 10,000 Terrors, Lord of the Cinderlands, burns away. His body turns into a torrent of flame that slams into the great fire tornado, and the fire tornado grows outwards and becomes a magnificent burning hurricane of flame in which you are all in the center of, as the entire palace is dissolved and picked up, as magmids and salamanders everywhere flee and scream in terror as they are flown about, as all of the area around this place, the very lava river, is lifted off in from the river and flown into the fiery storm itself. And you all watch as Vahid falls down, down, falling unconscious. His last breath, knowing that he saved his empire and his sisters, knowing that he will be honored in his death as a hero of the empire. Vahid, the last thing you see as you watch the world falling away from you and your sisters reaching out towards you in silence. You see a dark shape fly towards you. And you are caught by your Azir friend flying in on his flying carpet. Musafir catches you and goes, and as you go unconscious, he goes, "You're going to owe me a lot more than just chief engineer, huh?" And before you can come up with a witty comeback, you pass out. Musafir flies up to the rest of you, and you all leap on to his magic carpet as he goes, "All right, how do you expect us to get out of here?" And Zareen, it is your turn to use your action.
I'm going to activate the feather.
You do so. You run your hands along it, and in a flash, as this roiling, fiery hurricane surrounds you all, you disappear. We cut to days later in the shining Ivory Palace of the Khopeshi Empire. As the Azure Cathedral is awash in dignitaries, lords, pashas, emirs, and from the outside balcony, we see thousands upon thousands of the common folk cheering as we see a statue covered by a great tarp pulled down, and it shows the figure of Jhuval falling back as diving towards him in a Superman punch is Vahid. Stabbing into his foot is Shuprit. And throwing a great axe towards one of his hellhounds, piercing it through the head, is Zareen. As we pan up and see you three standing. You are all covered in bandages and have been coated with all manner of aloe vera and ointments to heal your wounds. Vahid, you look worse for wear, but you stand proud as all cheer for you. And your father, the Padishah Emperor, looks to you smiling and says, "You have all done me proud. You have saved not only the Empire, but the world entire. And your efforts shall be immortalized today." As she gestures back to the great statue in the common square as everyone cheers. And you see Musafir kind of walk forward, dressed in a very beautiful purple and blue robe that matches with his great flames as he just goes, "I think it might be my best work yet," as he smiles and winks to you all. And he says, your deeds will be sung of in legends. Today, my children, you have gained immortality as heroes of the Empire.
Step forward, Iseth. And all turn to rise as Iseth walks down the aisle that was once meant to be for her wedding. She is dressed beautifully in a mourning outfit of black and blue, with long flowing robes stretching out behind her, carried by loving kobold servants. She kneels before you all, and she says, "Sisters, brother, thank you for what you have done, for saving me, and for fighting alongside me." The Padishah Emperor nods and he says, "This day would not be without the efforts of my children, but it could have been avoided. Because of some archaic law of succession." And he looks down towards Iseth and he says, "My daughter, never have I seen a more worthy person, one full of kindness, restraint, wisdom, and generosity. Never have I seen someone so fit to rule this great empire in my stead. And to think, I would have given it away over needing a male heir. To think that our great land would have been enslaved by a genie overlord over an archaic gender law of succession. No more. I now proclaim that from this moment forth, that the rulership of this empire will stay within the Socret dynasty and be passed to the first of the Emperor's children, no matter what gender they may be. Rise, Crown Princess Iseth Socret." And in this stunning show, this monumental law, Iseth rises, shocked and honored, as all clap and cheer, and all from outside the palace cheer for their princess. Iseth smiles and bows and walks up and holds hands with you all. As you all unite together, raise your hands up to the common people and smile. All cheer for you. And from that proclamation, what followed was a golden age of prosperity, civil development, artistic exploration, and enormous wealth for the Khopeshi Empire, led by the Padishah Empress and her loyal and steadfast siblings. And with that, we will close this ATCONline one-shot, Wedding Ablaze. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining us in this wonderful, overlong endeavor of epic battles and sorcery and magics. I will allow my players to say their final goodbyes, and sponsors, check out their OnlyFans page. They're great. Dill, would you start us off?
Thanks for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll have some more games up on here in the Creative Storm.
Yes, indeed. Kaylee? And you are muted.
I am muted. Thanks all for watching. Super fun playing, and yeah, we'll be doing this again hopefully.
No pressure on me. And finally, Evelyn.
Let's see if the real question is, am I muted? Thank you very much for running this, Jackson. Hopefully this is advertisement. Jackson is a really cool DM. Let him DM for you. Yeah, that's all. I guess I already plugged my potential YouTube channel up front, so I guess I can plug my OnlyFans. You can catch me at saraslovely at onlyfans.com. I have really cheap prices because there's honestly not that much to see.
There you go.
That's a joke.
Never sell yourself short. Check out Lovely Craft Productions, coming soon.
Yes, coming soon.
And
I like spooky stuff.
And follow the Creative Storm on Facebook and at Absolute Tabletop. Support the community. Please donate to whom you can. Stay safe in this trying time, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Peace out.